Turn up.
All right, we're rolling.
Hey, quiet on the side. Heard that podcast
in the studio.
We start doing this shit. We are gonna eat out here.
And we're live. So Martin,
What happened?
tell us a little bit about
Yourself.
tell us about what's been happening since 2015. Since we left the podcast
It's been a
off.
long time. So
Since August or July. No, since August.
August.
What's been
You
happening?
got a fresh cut.
I did get a fresh cut. Well, I think that.
Oh, I got a fresh cut.
Hey, lock it up. Just kidding. We both got fresh cuts.
But one's fresher.
Mine. So I was in a summer part-time job. Now I'm a full-time.
Now you moving on up.
I am a little bit. So it's pretty sweet.
So what was your part-time job and what's your full-time job now?
Part-time job, I was
Jesus
So what was it?
part-time job, I was an inspector
Wait.
for the. I was just an
I
inspector.
had took your guy on an angle. That's why it's there. I was wondering.
Oh, you
that
didn't
too.
move though.
Now I'm a financial analyst, so it's pretty sweet.
But you worked at a bank though.
I did work in a
So-
bank part-time, or not part-time, full-time in between those two jobs for a bit. So that was cool. It was pretty cool to see how like different parts of businesses are ran. Because now I work for the city, so it's pretty cool. And like working at the bank was just like way more work, way more demands. It was pretty intense.
What are some of the biggest struggles of just like being on like your regular routine now? Like
That's
being in the workforce.
getting used to the fact that all you do is work. Like because everybody, you worked at one point, but it's like now, like you're working, and you got to get used to this part of your life where it's like from 8:30 to 5:30, I'm gonna be working,
And
it's
that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Just every day.
I mean,
I'm a
it doesn't-
hustler. I'm a hustler.
what Matt said. But yeah, it's but then I get, with that comes like, oh well, now you have more money to do stuff when you want to go out, and like you could do bigger things and cooler things instead of doing the same things that are I'm not cheaper.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna be at the same spots all the time, but you can actually go out, do some cool stuff, and it kind of balances out your life because you're gonna be tired a good amount of time, I would say, and then when you want to go out, then boom, you can do something big and not worry about like the money right away if you save right and do your thing. So that's pretty sweet. That's what I like to do. I want to save up and at the moment now, so I still live at home, but I do want to go out, get an apartment in a couple year, whenever you're ready or whatever. And so what I like thinking now, like I'm like, all right, well, I still live with my parents. I don't have as many bills, but I want to save and do everything as if I was on my own.
Okay.
So then I already have that money,
Mhm.
so I can pay for the rent. I can pay if I want to get a new car. I've been thinking about the car. Like, really, I don't really drive, but then
Forget
I'm
the
gonna
car.
drive. I'm gonna drive to work though, because I can get a parking space that's cheaper than taking the
Get
train.
that zip car.
Nah, I ain't zipping nobody's car.
What's a zip car?
It's like you just pay hourly. It's only like $8. Well, like you register, it's like $50 or something.
Okay.
And then you pay by the hour. And so and they're everywhere. So like you just pick up a zip car, and like if you don't know how long you're gonna be, you could keep reserving hours on it, and you don't have to fill gas.
What about if you're eating one day and you park your zip car in front and some dude takes it?
No,
you don't
it's-
know if they're
if
gonna
it's
do it.
reserved. If it's reserved, they can't.
Oh, but what about if
Once
what about
you
if
park
it's
in-
7:59? You have it till 8. Some dude jumps in it, right? What do you think? Are they
Now you're
stealing
getting
it?
technical.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I can't trust nobody.
We Snapchatting live on the podcast
What's
about
up?
Heard that?
the zip car.
Hey.
Yeah, it's a good deal though. I mean, my sister does it. That's the only reason.
Oh no, I mean
Wait,
it's
Joe, did you
pretty
go?
sweet, but like
Yeah, when I moved my horse.
for my job, I could get a parking spot and it could be downtown for all. Like it'd be right by the movie theater at AMC, so like I'd be right there and it's 24/7 and it's cheaper. The train is so much money. Don't even want to talk about that.
The train?
Yeah, it's $5 a day. It's stupid.
True.
But so that'd be a part of saving. But I don't even know if I want to get like a car payment or just buy like a 2012, 2013 car because those are still good and it'd be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of having a payment, like that just doesn't make sense. I'd rather just pay one, 12,000, buy it, whatever. And then other things. I mean, you know, you want to get into. I also want to get into the fact of like buying food. You know, you want to.
Do you have to pay rent at your house?
No, but that's also what I want to like have an idea of how much I was put away for rent. You know, so as I'm also saving it, but also getting used to the fact of the residue money that I do have, then what I could do with it. You know.
Yeah.
So. It's pretty sweet, but then it's also cool because I live at home, but because now I can just save up for the stuff that I want for my apartment, you know, a TV or whatever the case is. So then I'm just going into the apartment with everything. I don't have to buy, you know, entertainment stuff because I already have it. I just got to buy, like, regular apartment things, like a Swiffer or something. Insane. Toilet paper.
So, Matt, since August, what's going on?
You know, it's a new year, new look, no more greasy. That's about it. I mean,
well, how's school going? What are your plans? You got a
Yeah,
job? What are you
after,
gonna do with
what's
your
going on?
major? How's writing been? You're like an editor for your newspaper at school. How's it going?
It's going well.
What's up?
I feel good. I'm doing creative writing and journalism.
What's creative writing, sorry?
It's an English major, so it's pretty much just like
What's, like, a regular class assignment?
like my most recent class was like a fiction writing class, so like we just literally just wrote like 5 different stories the whole semester. And so like there's also like, you know, reading, like there's like a few books that we had to read, but it was mainly like, you know, we do like workshops, so like we all write something and then we workshop as a class and we'll like read each other's stories and like critique it.
You read
and
some
stuff.
whack ass shit before?
Yeah, but it's not like we don't really take it like that, you know, because it's like we know everybody does things last minute. Like not everybody, but you know, like that's part of like college. Like everybody's like scrambling, so a lot of the times I could tell like something was just like thrown together. So it's like, but like you know, it's cool because like we'll workshop it and people will be people be cool about it. Like,
it kind of sucks though that like that's like generally for all majors though that everyone does half-ass shit. So like an A is like an A on half-ass shit.
Yeah.
Plans after.
I have a job with City Year Chicago, which is like a AmeriCorps kind of thing, and it's pretty much like tutoring like kids that are transitioning from 8th grade to high school, but it's for like under, you know, like what we talked about, like underfunded schools or like, you know, in like areas that aren't, you know, it's either on the south side or like the northwest side, which is like, you know, the worst areas of Chicago. So like, and like my sister did it. It's only a year. It's paid. It's kind of like an internship. It's paid, and it's like a good resume builder. Like I heard a lot of good things about it, so I accepted it. So I don't know yet, but
Are you still applying to stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna start, but
What kind of jobs would you be applying to?
probably like just like newspapers or like Tribune, Red Eye, and you know, or like internship spots with like CBS or like, you know, because like there's always internships that are available like with the, you know, like there's so many like media outlets in the city, so like I don't know. I mean, I don't really know exactly what I want to do. I know that I want to do like something with like either with writing or like broadcasting because like I'm into that too. Just like even like podcasts and stuff, like you know, like little stuff like that. Just something to get me like in the door, and then like I don't know.
So what would you?
Or
do?
even like education, like this like City Year thing is like kind of like, you know, like it's kind of like education. It's not exactly like a teaching position though. It's more like tutoring, and it's more like mentoring. So like. Yeah, it's not really like it's not like I need to know lesson plans or anything like that. But it's like I know like a lot of my family has been like my dad was a professor, and like my sister's a teacher, like my grandma was a teacher, like so like I know, you know, I could kind of like.
So it's in your blood.
It's in my blood, and like I could like I know I could do it, you know, especially like with being like at the park for a long time, like you know, even though it's like a summer camp, it's like I know I could do it. Just a matter of like. You know, I like it, but not as a lot. Right
So, what about if it turns out that, you know, this AmeriCorps works out, you love it, it's good, you want to become a teacher, are you going to go back to school? Would that be an idea?
I mean, yeah, I'd probably have to if I really wanted to do it because, you know, you can't just do it without, you know, like grad school in 2016. But, yeah.
Is this me? Is it my turn?
No, I think it's my turn.
But what I was going to ask you is, with broadcasting, would you be like the guy like behind the scenes?
Yeah,
or would you be like?
I mean, the goal would be like to be in front of the camera, but like,
would you want to like?
I'd probably have to start like behind the scenes, or like even doing like fact checking or something like that, like something that's minor, but like you just work your way up because like that's a lot of what it is, like with anything, you know, just like getting the foot in the door of like something like that. I think like ESPN would be like,
Ideal.
oh yeah, like a goal, but like, you know, I feel like I'm like passionate enough about sports and like, or like music too. Like that's why I want to do something like with, or even like Casey Johnson, the head Bulls Tribune reporter. He went to Beloit, so
Talk to him.
Connects.
Little alum.
yeah,
All right,
he's
so
like the #1 Bulls reporter.
so if you had to start up one thing, like if someone said, pick a topic, pick a job, like as a business, it's your business, and it's gonna work, it's gonna be successful. What like would you pick?
Maybe something with the Bulls, like just like traveling with them and just like maybe writing about like like stories or like locker room stories, like stuff that you don't really see on TV.
Yeah.
Either like that and like even like interviews and stuff, or like something with like music festivals, like traveling all over the world to music festivals and like blogging about it or like writing about it, taking pictures and stuff like that.
Okay.
That'd be sweet.
All right.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
that
sir.
brings me back to Martin. So you're like a boring guy now. You got a full-time job. Like you kind of suck. But
I'm pretty fun. He's a liar.
but now you want like, I know you have like ideas for like other things, not just like what you're doing right now for like a steady income. So like, tell us about your like future prospects.
So I got some ideas in the work, and that's also part of my savings right now. It's like saving for myself to invest in myself as well as like, in other stuff,
Yeah.
Because you a brand.
I am a brand, and that's what I want to start, a brand. So clothing would probably be my ideal.
What kind of clothing?
Well, I'd probably start off with streetwear, and then, hit that couture
I'll be your
lines.
#1 model. Like,
You know what I'm saying? We'll add him, put him in a little taller boots so he's a little taller,
this guy.
So like what you said?
You
Would
need
you
to
say
get inches.
boots?
No.
Oh, I also
streetwear.
got inches in this new
Streetwear?
year.
So like what streetwear? Like
Like
I like your
graphic
legs
tees
over there,
probably, stuff like that. Start off there, and then start moving to like designing my own type of shirts. And
Talking
stuff.
designer, talking high fashion, talking let's get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Runway.
Runway.
What just happened?
And then
nothing, yeah.
probably get some jeans or something. That'd be sweet. Shoes would be dope too.
Jeans
some
would be
jeans would
cool,
be
yeah.
sick.
Yeah, make my own jeans. Because
What's your first like? What would you do? Like, what's your first like?
get my logo down. Because I already got ideas of things I want to do, but I want to get
I'm like not even paying attention.
I want to get a steady logo so like my name could start being put out there and like the name of the.
You got it. Some designs.
I do have some designs in the works, so I've been sketching a little bit. I want to start working with like Adobe so I can actually start designing it and then go from there. So, and then that could be my thing, like I don't, going out doesn't seem as cool as anymore, especially with Matt because he's always trying to fight. So, and he don't
I'm
care.
always
Hey,
breaking
Matt
up the
doesn't care.
fights.
Doesn't who he's fighting. Wives, kids,
He's such a
men.
liar. Martin's over here throwing haymakers all day. We just seen him in a video. That's all he knows how to throw.
That was years ago. It was 2016.
That was years ago.
Sure, it was 4 years ago.
See? But how about you, Jokes? I know you got a lot of stuff in the work. You're doing some things.
Yeah.
Well, actually, don't start about your entrepreneurship. Yeah, let's hear as far as school. What's the difference between?
Since 2015.
Yeah,
August.
you know what I'm saying.
All right, yeah. So since 2015, I
Got a baby.
I got a baby.
He got twins now.
Well, we went on once when I was at school, but it was like not the same. I feel like.
Yeah, I felt like we were a newscast.
Yeah, but like I went skydiving. I think everyone knows about that
Dude,
one.
That feels like a long time ago already. When
Yeah,
was that?
It was
When
in
I
August. It was the day before a wiffle ball tournament.
When
That
was it?
was good.
Yeah,
Definitely gonna be another wiffle ball tournament special.
I
I
don't
think
know.
it was.
So
Nah, it wasn't.
but I went the day before. That's when I skydived. Maybe I told you I was going
I was
skydiving.
talking about our, yeah.
Oh yeah, you went on
Our
before
podcast.
that.
Yeah, because I had a haircut at wiffle ball.
Yeah, you went on in July. I think.
I just know my life based on haircuts now.
It's his timeline.
That's good.
So, yeah, this semester kind of sucked. Like, I had, in terms of academics, because I had one class that mattered for my major. So I was like, all right, let me take some other classes, some other interesting classes, I think. And what I realized is, I'm doing all this shit that I don't care about. So, like, yeah, let's take Intro to Cognitive Science, but, like, it sounds interesting, but it's not, like, my passion, so I don't want to write, like, 6 pages on it. for like random assignments. So like that sucked. And then there was this like I took like artificial intelligence, which is like I learned a lot of cool stuff, but it still sucked because like I don't want to write like 10 pages of paper on it. So it was like interesting, but it wasn't like doing it for me. Like I was like, this should be something where I kind of come and I get to come to class every day and I get to learn. But when I leave class, I don't want to have to do extra shit. Like that's how I felt because, I mean, I'm paying for my experience. So like,
True. I think a lot of people don't understand that.
So like, econ, I get it. Like I'm in like that's what I'm there for. I'm there for business econ. And other than that, I want to learn like what I want to learn and not have to like, do some crazy shit. Because now having to do all these papers from different classes, like it like took away from my free time, which I actually utilize. But like I also wanted to use a lot of my time to like do some other shit that I wanted to do, but I couldn't do that because I was busy writing about shit that didn't matter as much to me.
Gotcha.
So that's what sucks about college too, because you got to have certain requirements, to graduate.
You're
entrepreneur.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I learned about myself in about the last like half year to a year is that I'm passionate about like helping people. That I can't work for other people because it's like kind of sucks, and that I know like baseball and like sports, so I'm trying to combine all of that shit so that I can like have an income without robbing kids, without like being superficial about stuff, still trying to be helpful and like show that like I'm a genuine person. Like that's why I like to do the podcast, because like we're just talking about real shit. Like so
phony.
I'm trying to eventually start like in the future. That's probably far away, but like I want to have my own facility, and if I had that in Chicago, that'd be like amazing because that'd be kind of hard to land. But I want to have like my own spot where when a kid walks in, it feels like a whole different atmosphere. It doesn't feel like some place you just paid $25 to hit in a cage. Some place where you just didn't come get a lesson from a guy who doesn't know you, but he's just telling everyone else the same shit. Like I want a kid to walk in and I want him to feel like I actually care about him and I'm actually like gonna do the work with him and like remember his name and call him up and say, how did that go? How's this going? Like let me know when you need anything, because like I want to be willing to do that for like everyone that walks in my place. I wanted to feel like a second home for them.
We put in this work now, man. We all gonna eat. I have an idea for an app.
All right, spit it out.
Shoot it. Let's hear it,
Mikey.
Come on.
So
what is it?
Like we're doing, how I'm doing like shoveling and salting, like for the snow. So basically, they give us like 10 sheets of paper with a bunch of locations, and we drive to those locations, and we have to do the job. So the idea is just like pretty much like a GPS, but you put in each location so it could hold up to like a certain amount of locations. Let's say like 30 locations. And it would give you the most efficient route, not just to one, but to every single one, so that you could get the most efficient route out of the job. And it would allow like, because a lot of the time like us, we'll go do a job and like we'll write on the timesheet like we'll pretend like we were there for like 30 minutes. Yeah. Like really we were there for like 5.
Yeah.
So it's like it would allow like the boss to like put a GPS on the car and allow the boss to like put a GPS in the car and like make sure that you're getting to each with like traffic and stuff. So like basically it'd be just the most efficient route through like 20 different locations. And it's not that different of an idea than a GPS, but like it's tailored specifically. Yeah, for this kind of job, or like there's other jobs, like delivery men, like newspapers, like that have to do certain drop offs.
And the people who are paying them, like the businesses that they're going to throw salt down at, they can see on the GPS, oh, this guy's here right now. He's salting. Yeah. Or like, why is this guy late? But you see him on the map going.
That's what I'm saying.
He can send a message though.
Hey,
I'm running late. There was traffic. There was an accident.
Yeah, well, that's what we talked. Rob threw that in there. It could be more of like a messaging kind of service too, where it's like not just locations.
How about Rob though? Yo, I would have fucking quit.
So yeah, that's what I got. I'm gonna want at least 6 figures.
Me and Matt, we got our last baseball season.
True that. True that.
That's gonna be good. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
We put in this work now, man. We all gonna eat. One more season. Let it all in the line. Leave it in between the lines. Let's get it.
July.
I just know my life based on haircuts now.
I mean,
I'm a
it doesn't-
hustler. I'm a hustler.
So
Y'all
yeah,
phony.
I'm trying to.
Talking designer, talking high fashion, talking let's get it.
Yeah, it's what I'm
Runway.
saying. Runway.
You know what you are to me?
Vader. Vader.
Vader.
No. You're a joke to me, kid.